Welcome to Cathy Chat. I wanted to know how many people know anyone in roller derby. I wanted to know if anyone knows anyone who's a content creator. Guess what? Today you're going to find out exactly that. Welcome to the one and only Nikki Suchy. Take it away, my friend. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Kathy? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. This is so exciting. I've gotten to meet you, I think about a year ago, actually, when we were in the coaching class with the one and only Missy Day, and
Right.
to see you even more often. And I love that. What's happening in your world?
So my world is, growing and building and just becoming more and more exciting, I think, on the content creation front. I have been enjoying doing so many fun things with collaborations and projects in that sense. So I have a lot of projects in the works, whether that's with roller derby friends and family, whether that is in, the brain and think tank situation on my Mind Maven management area. But TikTok has been at the forefront of, I guess, just fun silliness, experimentation. I mean, everybody, is wondering what it's about. Lots of demographics are starting to get pulled into TikTok, and my wonderful roller derby community is starting to just explode on the TikTok front. So it's just been such a fun adventure, especially during quarantine.
And quarantine is a perfect message from a standpoint of many of us are doing things now that we didn't do or maybe would not have done if it hadn't been for quarantine.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the roller derby concept. How long have you been doing that? What started it? And what kind of hashtags do you use on TikTok for people to find you now?
So I've been in roller derby for over 10 years. I'm really surprised when I actually had to do the counting. I was like, wow, more than two hands. This is insane. And in any sort of athletic community, being over 10 years, you're just considered just a fixture, a sequoia, as some of them
A
might be called.
legend. I think we call it legend.
I don't know if I'm in legendary status yet, but I'm working towards it. So we'll see how that goes. But such a long time in the community. So seeing how it grew from, kind of baby grassroots on up, and technology has always been the friend and innovator of any sort of sport. And so roller derby is a semi-professional sport. It's not something that you would find on on the ESPN, or there has been programs that were aired with ESPN. However, it's not something that has been syndicated or seen on a regular basis, except back in the 20s, and again in like the 70s, we had like a whole bunch of different revivals and things like that. So I've been involved with roller derby for quite some time. I love it. I think, now that it's more a semi-professional sport, we're just enjoying the time off from, quarantine, and really just trying to heal our minds, heal our bodies, and get creative with our content, our graphic design, our community. And, with, recent things, systemically in our country of the United States, we're having a whole bunch of new avenues for people to relearn and reconnect and grow the community in a way that's inclusive for everyone. So it's really been a passion project for not just me, but for everyone.
10 years is a long time for anything, actually. And just like you mentioned, to be in this sport, it's incredible. For those of you who are just joining us, this is Cathy Chat, and we're thrilled to have you listening and watching as we get to chat with the one and only Nikki Suchy. She has an absolutely incredible business model, as well as a lot going on in her life. And if you have followed her on any of her social media platforms, you know that also. What is something that you would love for us to know about you? Like, how did you decide TikTok was going to be one of your platforms? How did you decide that you were actually going to do so many postings? How did that come about?
Well, the fun thing about quarantine and TikTok, it's that there is no, I would say, sort of standard bar. You don't have to be like I guess that could sound a little negative, but it also is a very good positive. You don't have to come from a background of production. You don't have to come from a background of a whole lot of knowledge when it comes to what to say or what to do. You can just be creative, have fun. If you want to make people laugh, it's an opportunity to just enjoy the time that we're having inside. For my TikTok in particular, I don't have any real goals, but the only tangible one that I do have as a roller derby announcer is to just get back into it and commentate on things. And since there isn't any roller derby happening, I'm commentating on things as simply as like a trash can going down the street at a rate of 35 miles an hour because of the wind current. And so it's just you kind of, you're going outside the boundaries of what you're used to, and you're having fun. And there's so much content now with people learning how to skate, learning how to do certain tricks, and a lot of park and bowl skating is on the TikTok platform. I mean, it's been on YouTube for quite some time, and now it's evolving over onto TikTok because it's a lot more fun to follow and comment and grow in that manner. And, you know, Twitch is a wonderful platform in conjunction with this because it's, you know, it's another live situation that you can stream and enjoy the company of your community. So I think TikTok, you just do it. You just do it. You have fun. I use a lot of wigs. I pretend I'm in a character. I recently upgraded and by upgraded, I mean I use a lot of electrical tape. I made a microphone that is super tiny, and I love it.
I was just going to ask if you had that with you. I love that.
I do. It's super small, and I made it like super long. It's ridiculous. And I did this for a purpose because, like, fan of Bob Barker, obviously. And then also, it's just hilarious. I mean, anybody who's an announcer or an MC or a sports commentator has a microphone, has a headset. It's fun to get a little bit more ridiculous, like with this. And I use a lot of wigs and just character premises. And I'm just having fun with it. Like I said, the goal is to have fun, to make people and laugh. And other people are out there doing things more informatively. So you could really be a guru in your own world, which is so cool. A mastermind in what you want to teach and grow in. The platform is just it's limitless. You can do whatever you'd like to do and grow a following that way.
And the limitless word, don't you absolutely love that? Because there are zero limits on us now. We can reach the masses social media wise. Right now, we're simulcasting on podcast formats as far as Anchor, Spotify, and all of those, as well as Facebook streaming. This is going to be on a YouTube channel. You can use the link anywhere. Who knew that this would turn out to be such a global way to get things to reach the masses? This is awesome.
Yeah, and the best part is that, like I said, you don't have to have a background in the knowledge of it. You can play around with it. You can see what happens, and you can just experiment. And like I said, it's limitless. You can try a new character someday, or you can switch it up and just say, I'm going to have this channel for professional purposes, and I'm just going to have a niche just for one thing, and that's fine too. So it's like you can literally create and grow and just bombard the masses with your links and like repurpose your content over and over, and until you get to everyone that wants to see it. It's just enjoyable. It's a way to connect, especially during quarantine.
Absolutely. How do you come up with your characters? I mean, they just pop in. They're fantastic.
Thank you. I really, you get in those silly moments and suddenly you're outside yourself and it just kind of comes naturally. And then I grew up with a lot of comedy. I loved watching comedy. Let's just be honest. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a comedic actress. I thought that would be the funnest thing. And until, the naysayers come into your mind and play on you, you're like, okay, I guess I have to find a real adult job. And so these characters were lying in wait, waiting for the perfect time. And apparently it was TikTok. And so now that this is a thing, it's just, and a lot of them stem from, current cultural situations. So like Carol is Karen's, one of my characters, Carol, is Karen's younger sister or older sister, depending on what I remember that day. And she's and she's really trying to correct the wrongs of the Karen in the family. And so it's like these little things, they're fun to plan, and they're fun to, keep in trend. So it's, you can kind of reach people that might be dealing with a difficult time, and then kind of playing on how to make it hilarious is good, because in quarantine we can't really have a whole lot of interaction, and we're social distancing, so we're missing all these like unique laughs that we have with one another. And so that's my purpose. Not everybody's out there to be a comedian or have like silly things, but the goal is to just have fun, and that's what I've been doing.
What do you actually hashtag on your TikTok videos so that people can find you? I know it's referrals. I know when people, one person finds you, the other person does that whole drill, but you have to have a fantastic hashtag for people to actually find Nikki.
Well, to find me specifically, you can just find me by using my username. You could look up top and then users in the search, and you can find Derby Cakes. That's where you'll find me. But as far as hashtags go, if you're wanting to find some more trends, either in the roller derby world or just comedy or something fun, a lot of people use hashtag skits, hashtag comedy, hashtag announcer, hashtag roller derby, hashtag skater. Whatever the hashtag is, it's really just what you're trying to refine and find. I've been using hashtag bad comedy because I know I am not good at what I do, and I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to have fun. So like before anybody else gets a chance to say this is not great, too bad. I already hashtagged it. Now you can find it. Bad comedy. So
I love that. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Mm-hmm.
Another one that you could use that would be hysterical is hashtag mic drop, because fantastic new microphone. And I really do. I love the stretching part, and bad comedy is hysterical. That, oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, even if I mic drop this little guy, I don't think it would break. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I could just this. I mean, people would be like, "What are you doing?" It's just like, could you imagine if this was like a live ESPN interview and you're just like, "What is happening right now?" You know what I mean? Just it's floating. Just being ridiculous.
That is so awesome. I really do love that. And again, for those of you listening and watching with us now, Nikki Suchy has a TikTok channel, and you have to go see it. And her username is Derby Cakes, and it is definitely worth your time. It is a laugh made to happen, and it really is a blast. One thing I noticed that we have scrolling underneath your beautiful face right now is MindMavenMgmt.com, which stands for management. Tell us about Mind Maven Management. What is that?
So I've always had a passion for collaboration, thinking, and brainstorming. And so, I used to be called like a social media maven, and I'm like, I like the word maven. It sounds kind of like elusive, but also very like creative. And so,
very skilled.
Yeah, very skilled. And so I was just like, okay, well, social media has been super fun, but it's not something I have at like my forefront as much anymore. I love to help others with their social media, or project management, or I should say coordination, things like that. And so I was like, if I could put it all together and help people just get things out of their mind and on paper and tangible, I really like consulting in that way. So I started, and it's under construction, the MindMavenMgmt.com, and that's MGMT.com.
Yes.
It's under construction. It's it's a passion project that I'd like to turn into a full-fledged business by the end of this year. And it's something that I've been working towards. So I'll have clients that are just like, I need a blog post. I just need maybe someone to bounce ideas off of. I just need to see how this idea can trickle down into tangible roadmaps and stuff like that. So I do a lot of mind mapping, brain mapping, however you'd like to call it. And so that's basically what I've been doing consulting wise with Mind Maven Management. And it's been all word of mouth so far. And so I've really enjoyed just working with people in that manner. It's just really fun, really creative. And one client I have, we just roll out huge like poster board paper, and we get crayons and we get markers, and we're just like, let's just make bubbles. Let's put all your ideas here, and then we'll take a different color marker and connect them. And it's really fun and it's really enjoyable. It gets down to the intuitive child in everybody that wants to do this. So and that's my passion. I like working with people in that manner. So that's where the Mind Maven management came into play, and it's something that I'm looking forward to building this year.
That is spectacular. And again, for you to share this with us, it's magnificent what you're doing. And MindMavenMgmt.com for those of you listening. And we want very much for you to connect with this incredible lady. Nikki, what is the best way for people to reach you? Do you want followers on TikTok? Do you have a business page for Facebook, LinkedIn? What is the best way for people to actually reach you?
Yeah, so I do have a Facebook page on Facebook, obviously, of Mind Maven Management.
Okay.
So if you do want to reach me, the quickest and fastest way is just to email me at mindmavenmgmt@gmail.com. That's my current address until everything gets up and running. And taking on new clients right now, I've just really enjoyed working with people and getting things started. So it's kind of a plethora. So if you have questions or comments, concerns, even just to know what's a possibility as far as connection or collaboration, just reach out. I'm happy to answer questions and go from there.
So you do offer a consultation as far as no charge? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish that our time together could be forever because you're multifaceted. What's one thing about you that we actually haven't talked about yet?
Let's see. I'm not sure. I mean, roller derby, I used to do yoga in roller derby, restorative yoga. And, since the quarantine and things, that's been on a back burner as well. We have plenty of people in the community that are doing wonderful work there too. I would say the only other thing that we haven't discussed is just to stay positive and to if you've had a creative side of yourself or you've had a project, whether that's a book, a script, anything really, don't let those dreams die. Quarantine right now is the perfect time to get that out, and I could be a catalyst to help you work on that, whether it's just talking to someone and like an idea therapist. You just want someone to bounce the idea off of, and then I'd be your girl. So that's something that you could kind of consider as you go on through the rest of the year.
Oh my gosh, I think idea therapist is a phenomenal term. And I think you are exactly that person. That is fascinating. And
thank you.
That is so fun. And again, for those of you listening and watching with us, this is Cathy Chat, and we're thrilled today to have Nikki Suchy. And please find her on TikTok at Derby Cakes, and definitely connect with her on her website, www.mindmavenmgmt.com, as well as Mind Maven Management Facebook business page. I really encourage you to connect with this dynamo. I've only known her a short time, but it has been a dynamic short time. I love that so much, my friend.
Oh, right back at you. I mean, you've been such a thrill to get to know and work with and talk to. I'm excited. Pleasure's all mine, honestly.
On a personal note, if someone has a challenge doing videos or actually stretching, what can you say to encourage that person?
I think the sage old advice of just do it is what, can really help someone. I understand the thought process and the overthinking and those challenges of being overwhelmed. I would say whether it's just your phone, it's on your computer, whatever avenue where you can record yourself, just do something fun that you can handle, that you can do. For me, we can drive, right? So put your camera up, on the whatever you have in your car. A lot of people have those accessories to hold their phone, and then just pretend you're having your own Cathy Chat in your car, and just this is Nikki on Cathy Chat, and I'm just driving to the store. I cannot wait to get orange juice because We're going to have an uplifting vitamin C moment, and just as random as possible, just to get that one first video out of the way and just get over it, because it's really fun once you start getting silly. And if you need inspiration on what ridiculousness looks like, just look on my TikTok. You'll see, okay, if this girl can do it, I can do it. It'll be fine. Trust me. There's worse things out there on the internet.
Isn't that the truth? And honestly, you just made a huge statement. Get the first one finished. Get it out there and be done.
Yeah.
Because us want to look back on those first videos and go, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? But you have to have those there so people can see how fabulous the new ones are.
Right.
And you really are a beautiful example of just do it. So appreciate you being with us today.
Well, thanks for having me on Cathy Chat. I love it. You're the best.
That's awesome. And thank you again to everyone listening. Guess who our next guest is going to be? Actually, it's going to be tomorrow. So don't hesitate. Stay tuned to Cathy Chat. And thank you, Nikki Suchy, for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.